At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
Karen Cook here, full-time agent with Young Real Estate, LLC. Real estate isn't my side job, it's my career. I'm committed to your goals full-time. So let's get started today.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
This is us.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
I'm Kelly Medley, and this might just be the one you've been waiting for.
Move-in ready 3-bed home with vaulted ceilings, open living, and private primary suite, located on a quiet cul-de-sac.
I'm ready when you are. Let's talk.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We're your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here. Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management.
Good evening and welcome to our final regular season high school basketball game of the 2025-26 season on Aycorp Sports. Tonight we are coming to you from the Bearcat Event Center in Dexter, Missouri, where the Bearcats prepare to take on the Notre Dame Bulldogs in a matchup which may well determine the top seed in Class 4 District 1 tournament. Alongside my broadcast partner Mike Reeves, I am Bobby Alford. Mike, it is almost playoff time, but we have one more important regular season game first.
No question about it. I think everybody that's followed what's going on in the area, Bobby would say these teams tonight are playing for the 1 seed in the upcoming district tournament. Whoever wins it's number 1, whoever loses it is likely number 2, and everybody will probably think they're going to meet again once the district get rolling. With all that being said, with all that off the table, I think they're 2 very evenly matched teams as well. They do have common opponents, as you would expect that they would have being in the area in the conference. We got a chance to see Bernie, Greg Allen and I, on Thursday night, and I thought they looked rock solid in their game at Notre Dame. We saw them play there against this Notre Dame team, and one thing that I was impressed with was the way Bernie was able to move the ball, get open shots. If Dexter can do that same thing tonight, I think they'll be in pretty darn good shape. It's a matchup of teams that each has their legit stars, their players, but with what's on the line with the districts coming up. I'll ask you this real quick. Do you want to be the team that wins tonight and then has to go into a district and beat that team again? Or does it matter if you lose tonight? Does it rock the world that much?
I think you definitely want to win tonight and get the 1 seed because that gives you the favorable matchup later on. Look, Potosí's going to be in that district. Or as you move on there, as you prepare for that, Fredericktown's tough. They've got a good squad up there. Notre Dame. I think when you look at that, the way that shapes up, I don't think you want to be sitting there playing the 2 or the 3. I think you want the 4. So I want the 1 seed going into that. I'm going to throw a little extra flavor into this game, Mike. So let's go all the way back to the SEMO Conference Tournament. Dexter got one number 1 seed vote at the SEMO Conference Tournament. You want to guess which coach voted them 1 seed?
Would I think that maybe Notre Dame did?
Notre Dame's coach. He saw something in this Dexter squad
Yep.
he thought was really good and special to give them the number 1 seed. They played for a championship in that tournament while losing to Sykes and had a chance to win it, by the way. So I think that speaks volumes of how the Notre Dame coach respects Dexter right there. It's an interesting setup. Narratives, I've seen this Dexter team. I know a lot of the kids. Look, so Papado's going to lead the way he's scoring. We know that. He's been there for him all year long. But I don't worry about Dexter as much offensively. I think they can be off on the offensive side, but Mike, they've got to play defense. That's what's so important to this team. They're fast, they're long, they move well, and when you look at them defensively, they go 7 deep. I don't know if they go 7 deep offensively, they go 7 deep defensively. Defense wins games for them, and they have to play good tonight. If their defense is on, I think it's a Bearcat victory.
And I think that this is a Notre Dame team that can be held in check a bit. This isn't a light up the scoreboard Notre Dame team. You defend them, you keep a game into the 50s. So I guess the question becomes this: if the score is 80-70, who does that favor? If the score is 55-45, who does it favor? I don't think Dexter would mind a 55-45 game at all if they're the ones they know they can play defense and get it done.
Yeah, 50-45, 55-45, I'm taking Dexter. 80-70, Dexter generally doesn't put 80 points on the board. It's not their style. They're going to take smart offensive possessions and defense. I think they play full court tonight and try to pressure the basketball into. Coach Allen's no stranger to that. I really like what he does on defense for this group. I brag about the defense. I think the district sets up well for them, but tonight's going to show us a lot of what that district will taste like.
Well, what's fun about what we do is it's fun to talk about it, but it's even more fun to watch it and see how it plays out.
That is 100% correct. Folks, let's get ready to meet these starting lineups for the both teams here, the Notre Dame Bulldogs. They will be looking like this. Number one, a 5'10 senior, Colton Londaway. Number 3, a 6'1 sophomore, Cole Adams. Number 21, a 5'10 junior, Trenton Powell. Also, number 23, a 6'1 sophomore, Braden Roberts. And last but not least, number 33, a 6'5 senior, Gabe Jones. They are coached by Jeremy Brinkmeyer, assisted by Corey Johnson, Mark Rubel, Alex Curl, and Antonio Irvin. Now for the Dexter Bearcats, they will go like this. At center, number 2, a 6'4 junior, Elijah Abraham. A senior, number 3, a 6'1 senior, Devin Turnbow. At guard, number 10, a 6'3 freshman, Kyle Nichols. At guard, a senior, a 6'3, number 24, John Sapavado. And also at guard, number 43, a 5'10 junior, Will Geatley. The Bearcats are coached by Chad Allen and assisted by Rob Nichols.
Officials for tonight's game: Marcus Simmons, Eric Johnson, and Mr. Jeff England.
Mike, as we get ready for this, folks, reminder, I'll say it a couple times tonight, this is our last regular season broadcast. Anything Aycorp does after this game, it all goes through Mission TV. You have to pay $10. Not our rule, it's theirs, but so be it. We are underway here as that is number 23 that comes down with it, Robert. Dexter's going to zone up to start this game. Everything out top, they like that 1-2-2. There's a 3, it's off. Sapavado's got the rebound, and he'll push it the other way. Sapavado now out to Geatley, back up top, and it looks like a zone set from also Notre Dame here.
Matching up a little bit out of that zone. Both teams taking away passing lanes on these first possessions.
Dexter's going to be patient. Looks like they're going to want to touch the paint. They do there. Spavito tries to get that dribble back and does. Nichols try to drive and cut off there. Good job right now by Notre Dame keeping Dexter away from the basket in his zone. Spavito in the paint, no good. Turnbow rebound, back up off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound again, goes back up, couldn't go, and that's going to be out of bounds on Notre Dame. Stays with Dexter.
We talked before we went on about how do you accept contact down low. I thought there was a contact on a couple of those rebound putbacks that wasn't called. Shot didn't go, out of bounds, we play on. I always like to watch a game early, Bobby, to see how they officiate it inside, because you get a little bit of a feel for how much you can get away with down low.
Good spin move by Abraham, and he puts that down. First score of the game. And I believe you're right. And we talk about this some on air. So many players, I don't think they start to understand or watch the flow, especially if you're a sub. One thing you need to be paying attention to there in a game, how did that official just call that? So when I go into the game, can I play physical? Do I have to play off the man a little bit? I think that's a great point you make there, Mike.
You got to, and you've got to be aware of it. Everybody on the floor, the coaches are looking for it. And I like the fact you brought up the guys that are going to come into the game. You can learn while you're waiting your time to get in the game. You're not just sitting there, doing nothing, twiddling your thumbs, as they say. Make that time beneficial to you.
There's going to be a touch foul there. That's going to go against.
First team foul, first player foul.
Looks like number 43, Will Geatley, picks up the foul.
And there's exactly what we're talking about. Outside, bit of a touch foul there. You don't see that called all the time. You don't see that consistently. Now, are we going to see it throughout the course of the rest of the night? We'll watch for it.
Well, that's a good pass by Notre Dame down inside, and the basket is good by Gabe Jones. Got inside of the defense of Dexter and got the score at the rim. Nichols tries to go in the lane, kicked out now. Simo Saini down there, that's Devin Turnbull with it. He kicked that off, and Nichols is going to be fouled going to the line for two.
Gabe Jones on the contest and then across the wrist with a foul.
Nichols up with a first and knocks it down. And the next by Nichols, off on that one. Rebound goes to number 3, Cole Adams. Adams kind of the engine that makes this team go. There is a turnover there, and Spavito away with it. Back to Spavito. He wants to go inside, knocked away. Out to Geatley for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound to Spavito as he tracks that down. Another long 3 from Geatley. Knocks that down, and Dexter up to a 6-2 lead. Jones with it now, kicks that off. Again, they love to go wing and quick back inside to a cutter down low right now is Notre Dame.
Take away passing lanes. That's all you want to do out of almost any zone. Don't allow that passing lane into the interior. So far, they've done a pretty good job of stopping that, except for the one trip.
There's inside here. Here's Swamboat trying to work inside. Couldn't get there. And Robert up top. Notre Dame evaluating and trying to get inside, and they'll reset back at the top.
Either team perfectly okay, though, with a long, lengthy possession.
There's a 3 there. Lalonde Wade doesn't go, and Abraham up to Nichols. Nichols wants to go inside and cut off. Abraham back to Geatley for 3. No, doesn't go. Rebound Londaway. He'll push. Here comes the 3 here from Adams. Knocks that down. Cole Adams a 3.
Shoots the 3 at 36%. Anything between 35 and 40 is acceptable. Above 40 is pretty elite, even at the college level.
There's a corner 3 by Spavito. Front rims doesn't go, and Adams away with the rebound. And generally, Mike, I always think in high school, I kind of back that number down to 30%. If you shoot 30% above, you give yourself a chance to win right there.
That's crazy that Greg and I were talking Thursday that the leading college team is shooting 41%. That's the best in the country, is 41 as a team. So that tells you how difficult that shot is, despite the fact we've gotten so used to watching it go in.
There's a blocking foul. That's going to be number 2 on Geatley. So here's an interesting scenario now. Geatley's got 2 fouls, and he is Dexter's best outside shooter.
Into the game for the Bearcats, number 11, Carter Stone.
Every coach faces that dilemma when a key component to the team picks up 2 early fouls. Some coaches, you're done for the half, doesn't matter, you're going to sit. Others, we'll monitor the game and see if we can get you back in.
There's a block there by Abraham. Nichols will bring this up now. There's Stone with it out top. He's subbed in for Geatley. Stone doesn't shoot a lot, but when he does, he is usually deadly from 3, and he's usually open. Nichols knocks down a 3.
Kyle Nichols for 3.
Now Dexter picks up the full court pressure on Notre Dame, and they get across. Inside here, and that's maybe a tie. Nope, we do have a tie. Sapavado was able to tie that up, and that's going to be a turnover going back to Dexter.
Bearcats early on, 5 3-point attempts. They've knocked down 2 of those 5, 1 of 3 Notre Dame from deep. Dexter yet to turn the ball over. Hope no hex comes their way here. Notre Dame with 2 turnovers.
Dexter gets through the full court pressure of Notre Dame. Up top. Sapavado resets it. Looks like a 1-3-1 setup by Notre Dame here. There's Abraham, goes inside, hands that off to Turnbow in the basket. Unselfish basketball there, Mike.
Great pass. You draw the defense. You know somebody's open. Find them.
And that's going to be a foul, down low shooting foul. That's going to go against Devin Turnbow.
I think the official said he did get into the act of shooting. Nice recognition on your part to catch that. So 2 free throws coming up here for Devin Dannenmuller, 6'5" junior, a 63% free throw shooter.
Into the game for the Bulldogs, number 11, Cole Gross.
That is number 11, Cole Gross checks in. He is a 6-foot junior for Notre Dame. Both of them knocked down there at Dannenmuller, so he knocks down a free throw. That makes it an 11-7 game. Sapavado works it up.
Notre Dame defensively matched up more man now. They'll play off a little bit. It's kind of a sagging man-to-man defense, and they'll double team off the dribble if they get the opportunity.
Here's Nichols, picks up his dribble, looks for help now. He needs it, and there's Sapavado down to Turnbow. Nichols, top of the key 3, doesn't go. Rebound, nice grab out. Sapavado goes back up off the glass and good. Mike, I love to see when kids rebound to the side there, they use that backboard and knock that shot down. And that's going to be a timeout, Notre Dame. We're going to take a 30-second break. We will be back here on Aycorp Sports.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Karen Cook here, full-time agent with Young Real Estate, LLC. Real estate isn't my side job, it's my career. I'm committed to your goals full-time. So let's get started today.
Welcome back, Mike. In the numbers here, there's already some things sticking out to us. Dexter's taking a lot more shots, and you've got the reason why.
Yeah, well, I think they've gotten all over the offensive glass and all over the glass in general early, and I know that. It's a smaller sample size, but 6'3", their rebound advantage. 12 shots have already gone on rim for the Bearcats, whereas Cape Notre Dame, they've been able to squeeze off just 4 of them. If those numbers don't change throughout the game, I don't care what shooting percentages are, Dexter's in good shape if you're taking three times the number of shots.
I agree. There's Robert there, and he knocks down a nice jumper. I'm sorry, Cole Adams on that play, not Robert. Here's Sapavado, gets it up, kicks that down to Turnbow in the lane, up with the right, and basket.
Turnbow from John Sapavado.
Dexter now up to a 15-9 lead. And still bringing full court pressure. Pressure on the outside, and they'll move that around. That is down to Robert. Short jumper is blocked again by Abraham, his second block of the game. And nice save there, and up and doesn't go. Stone the rebound. And right up there into the hands of Notre Dame, they will get the steal and knocked out of bounds by Stone.
Out of bounds, Notre Dame's ball. In the game for the Bearcats, number 15.
We'll also say if Dexter can find a way to play more than 7 minutes every time between turnovers, there's another way you win a game. A turnover every 7 minutes can win you basketball games.
That indeed. There's Anderson. He checks in for Turnbow. And here's Rubel with it. Dexter really applying a lot of pressure to the basketball up top, and another steal there by Dexter. Anderson away with it. Into the lane, all the way to the rim, up with a left and good.
Landon Anderson for 2.
How many times do you see a post player take a steal and go coast to coast and score? And there is a foul. I believe that may go against Abraham.
Foul on the floor against the Bearcats.
Dexter already with those 17 on the board, but 6 different players already in the scorebook. Bulldogs 9 points on the board. 3 different players have accounted for those as we've got 14 seconds left in the opening stanza here.
Turnbull right back in the action. Abraham takes a break. He's got 1 foul. Inside there, nice move by Notre Dame there, and they missed the basket at the rim. Anderson away with it, now to Sapavado. And a shot up, and that will take us to the end of 1. It's Dexter 17, Notre Dame 9.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
I'm Kelly Medley, and this might just be the one you've been waiting for.
Move-in ready 3-bed home with vaulted ceilings, open living, and private primary suite, located on a quiet cul-de-sac.
I'm ready when you are. Let's talk.
This is us.
Welcome back, Mike. You've got a few numbers to catch us up on here from the first quarter.
Dexter on top 17-9. The Bearcats 7 of 15 from the field in the opening quarter, 2 of 7 from deep, made 1 of 2 free throws. Notre Dame 3 of 9 from the field. They made 1 of 3 from 3 and dropped in both of their free throws.
Back to action. Here's Londa Way is with it, and we've got to travel.
Traveling violation of Dexter's ball.
Turnover number 4 on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, turnovers will beat you every time. They've got to find a way to control it a little bit better against this Bearcat team. Pavado back into Geatley as he is back in here playing 2 fouls. And there is a foul that will go against number 21, Trenton Powell.
First player foul.
It's funny how many times you watch a game, regardless what the level is, turnovers a problem, yes, but then what is that turnover differential that coaches talk a lot about? If you commit 16 but force 20, you can probably still compete in the game. You commit 16 and force 2 or 3, and you're probably in a whole bunch of trouble. And that's the problem right now for Notre Dame. 4 turnovers isn't horrible. They've only been able to force the 1, maybe a second one here.
Dexter does turn that over, and that is Gabe Jones inbounding there, and here's Londway. Dexter again with the pressure, and they look for the corner traps. Londway off to Robert, pushing inside, and we've got a blocking foul against Devin Turnbow.
So Turnbow picks up his second.
And what I like there, so hopefully you see Robert, who is being very physical with Turnbow there. He didn't draw a foul. Continue to be physical on the offensive side, trying to get to the rim. Inside to Jones. He's got it up and gets the basket there on the inside against Dexter. Cuts the lead to 6 now for Dexter. Geatley across. And right now, Notre Dame seems to be picking up a lot of pressure up on Dexter. Pavado with it. Kicks that up top. Dexter backs out and resets. Dexter being patient in their offensive set here. Sapavito, corner three, knocks it down.
His first make in 3 attempts from downtown.
Yeah, Dexter's a team who likes to shoot the three. They like to score off turnovers as well. And there's inside of Jones, reverse layup, doesn't go, gets his own rebound, back up with the right, and good.
Jones for 2.
Jones doing work early in this one, and that's going to be out of bounds. And that's a turnover going back to Notre Dame. In this game, Jones already 6 points in this basketball game. Londway to inbound, and that's into Robert, little floater, doesn't go. Rebound here by Turnbow. Sapavito away with it, and that is tipped out by Adams.
Worth noting, as you talked about Gabe Jones, 6 early points, the 6'5" senior for Notre Dame, averages just under 2 a game. 1.7 is per game average, so he's off to a much better start than the season stats tell you. And we'll keep an eye on him as the game progresses.
And I think that's coming from probably game planning. They knew Dexter would come out and guard. They felt like they could get that corner pass inside, which they have. Nichols up and gets a nice little basket.
Nichols for 2.
Pass up court to Adams. Dexter being very aggressive, trying to get out and trap. There's Roberts, three is off. Rebound, Londway back up, and a score. Now Dexter's struggling to get it in, and they do there to Nichols. Nichols all the way inside to the rim, doesn't go, tipped out and pulled away by Londway. And that's knocked out by Sapavito, who stays with Notre Dame.
Londway, 5'10" and a senior, and already a team-leading 3rd rebound.
Yeah, and I would say that's stretching the tape measure at 5'10" for him there, and a leading rebounder. Londway with it here. He tries to drive inside, kicks it off to Adams. He goes between the trap. Dexter did not close that trap very well there, Mike. Adams a three and knocks that down. Cut it to 4 now, the closest Notre Dame has been in a while.
Trailed by as many as 8 at one juncture. Now it's down to 4. That made 3 for Adams, his second in 3 tries tonight.
Eaton with it out on the wing. Inside to Sapavito. Nice find there for the Bearcats.
John Sapavito from Will Keaton.
Pressure back up again from Dexter. Inside all the way out to Adams, and he knocks down a 3. 3-point game now as Geatley will push ahead. Turnbow has it knocked away. Dexter recovers. Geatley with it up top again. And Mike, kind of going back to this closing lead. Remember what I said earlier in the game? If Dexter's playing good defense, it doesn't matter. And a nice play there by Turnbow as he gets a roll. The defense has slipped a little bit here as Notre Dame's come roaring back. Here's a 3-point. And again, Adams knocks down a 3. They couldn't get down the field or the court and cover well enough. Adams knocks down a 3 and takes us to a timeout. It's 26-24 Dexter.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
We are back, and Mike, Cole Adams is really good at playing string music. Tell us all about it.
How do you get back in a game when you fall behind early? Knock down shots. Cole Adams has hit his last 4 threes. He missed the first 3 he took tonight, has made 4 in a row. He's made 5 shots overall, 14 points. He's 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 5 from downtown. He's got a couple of rebounds to go with it. And if you are on the other side of that, I'm sure the discussion at some point from Chad Allen was maybe get a hand in that young man's face. He's hurting us a little bit. We'll see how they adjust defensively.
Yeah, there's a nice play down the floor, and they beat the defense down as Turnbow scores on the block.
Well, speaking of being on a streak, Turnbow's hit 4 in a row.
Here's a reverse layup there. Doesn't go. Rebound goes to Abraham as Dribble could not get that to fall. Or Powell, I'm sorry. Here's Powell again with it. Inside, tries to spin. Knocked away by Turnbow, and it's loose. Dexter away with it. And that's knocked away, and a steal by Notre Dame. Powell to the rim, up. He is fouled and will go to the line for 2 as Abraham will pick that one up.
Abraham will have 2.
Foul is shot against Dexter.
6 total Dexter fouls, but they've been distributed among only 3 players. Turnover number is now even. We talked about early how Dexter was doing a much better job of taking care of the ball. Notre Dame having some trouble with it. Those numbers are now even at 5-5.
Yeah, Dexter a little sloppy on that possession, cost him as Notre Dame is at the free throw line. Powell misses his first. Up with his second and also misses it. Rebound to Turnbow. Notre Dame quickly into a full court pressure situation. There's a trap and a turn. No, that's going to be a foul. They are going to get Trenton Powell on the loose ball foul there.
Against Notre Dame, their second team foul.
That is Powell's second foul now.
Team fouls also even at 2 each as we dip under 3 minutes to play in the opening half. It's been an entertaining first half of basketball. You would think the 2 teams that are likely the number 1 and 2 seeds in the upcoming district would probably play entertaining basketball.
What looked like Dexter is going to go off on a run and take this one away as a corner 3. McGeely, swish! And it looked like Dexter was going to kind of run away with that, and then Notre Dame said not so fast, and they picked up the defense. Dexter's lead back up to 7 now. Powell with it up top as he rotates it around. Here's Londaway. He drives all the way to the baseline, down to a cutting Powell to the rim, and basket. Great job by Powell as he worked the backside and attacked the rim on a cut. Geatley will get this across. 2:09 left here in the second. Here's Abraham, wants to go to the rim, goes up strong, misses that shot. Abraham gets his own rebound. Nichols inside, jumper, doesn't go, rebound to Adams. Adams now comes down off to Powell. Inside of number 43, I think it's Swineboat maybe. No, Danmuller, I'm sorry. And that's a foul by Powell out in the backcourt. That may be Trenton Powell's third. It is.
Third player foul. Into the game for the Bulldogs.
Either one of these teams, if you watch what they're doing defensively, neither minds running somebody at the dribbler. If they turn their back and you double team and you can get that play where you can steal from the backside. If you put the ball on the floor here tonight, be prepared. It's not just the guy guarding you got to worry about. There's likely somebody else coming.
Yeah, a lot of help defense. There's all the way over the top to Turnbow, and he did the best he could and got the turnover. He was going out of bounds with the basketball and just threw that off of Robert as he was falling out. Heads up play. It's Pavado to inbound. It's into Abraham. He had the double coming at him. There's a jumper. Doesn't go. Rebound. That's going to be off of Notre Dame, so stays with Dexter. But you see how Notre Dame was able to push Abraham out away from the rim on that inbound there. Dexter did not get the look they wanted. Here's Geatley. Up top, and that is Londaway, tight pressure. Turnbow now with it. Dexter rotates again. Back out top. Turnbow drives the lane up to the rim, and good. Clock now under a minute. Dexter up 33-26. Londaway kicks her to the corner to Robert for 3 and got it. Lead down to 4 now.
It was Robert's first made field goal tonight. He's 1 for 5.
And Spavado just lost control, couldn't gather himself at the rim. Londaway a chance to cut it more. Off to Robert. Nice pass by Londaway. Robert finishes at the rim and the lead down to 2. Dexter may look for last shot here. They definitely do not want to give Notre Dame the chance to tie. There it is to Abraham. It's tipped, and that stays with Dexter. 17.4 on the clock here. And Dexter wants one clean look at the basket. Out to Abraham. Sapavito now inside to the corner to Geatley. Geatley all the way across to Nichols. They rotate again now down to Turnbow, and that's 7 seconds to three. Got it! Geatley knocks down another one. And a steal by Sapavito for three. No! And that is halftime, folks. It's Dexter 36 and Notre Dame 31.
Assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
This is us.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
I'm Kelly Medley, and this might just be the one you've been waiting for.
Move-in ready 3-bed home with vaulted ceilings, open living, and private primary suite, located on a quiet cul-de-sac.
I'm ready when you are. Let's talk.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Karen Cook here, full-time agent with Young Real Estate, LLC. Real estate isn't my side job, it's my career. I'm committed to your goals full-time. So let's get started today.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We're your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Back here at the Bearcat Event Center, where the Dexter Bearcats lead this game 36-31 over the Notre Dame Bulldogs. Mike, take us through the first half stats.
Both teams shooting the ball very well. Bearcats 52%, 15 of 29 from the field. It was Bulldogs 55%. They went 12 of 22. Three-point land, both good there as well. 5 of 11 for Dexter, 45%. Notre Dame 5 of 8, a sizzling 63%. Not many free throws taken, just 2 by the Bearcats. They made 1 of those. 4 for the Bulldogs. They made 2 of those. Rebound advantage goes the way of Dexter, 12 to 8. Turnovers, 7 for the Bulldogs, 5 for the Bearcats. Scoring off the bench, even at 2 each. Leaders on the glass, 3 rebounds each for Ibrahim, Turnbow, and Sapalo in that first half. And it was Notre Dame being led by, well, 3 rebounds as well. Colton Londaway and Cole Adams each have 3 boards there. And think about individual shooting, scoring, getting a job done. Terrific job from three-point range as for both of the teams. I will say this, Bobby, if we get through this game and the teams are still shooting 45 and 63% from 3, you have a story to talk about in this game, because most teams don't do that at any level. High school teams that shoot that percentage for a half, maybe. We'll see if they remain that hot in the second half.
As hot as both teams are shooting this, I'm going to tell you, I've got a little fear for Dexter this game. They have not closed out close games well at all this year. This game is close right now. I think Dexter needs to pick it up defensively. They showed it at the beginning of this game, Mike, but they've struggled closing out close games this year. You can't leave a team like Notre Dame hanging around. That will get you beat.
And we wondered a little bit, where would the final score end up? Would it be in the 50s? Would it be in the 60s? Does it get to the 70s? Well, you do the math now, and you're headed to a 72-62 type final. That was a game that I thought maybe would favor Notre Dame if it got to that level. I'm really curious to see what this half looks like in terms of the scoreboard and the hot shooting. Does it cool off just a bit?
Here's Nichols, wants to go to the rim, goes up, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. I thought he got really close to having a lot of hands on that basketball. So that is Robert picking up his first. That's to Abraham. Abraham near the rim, wants to go up, does with the right, and misses. And that is still inbounds and off of Notre Dame, so it stays with Dexter. So Sapavito will inbound underneath. Dexter likes to try to score if they can. They couldn't there, and that's a walk. Put the foot down too quick, and that's turnover there, going back to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame got as close as 2, Bobby, in that first half. Sorry about that. As close as 2 after falling behind by 7. However, right now a chance here could get within 2 with a 3 or 3 with a 2.
And 5-point game. Here's a trail. Would like to close the gap some on this possession. As inside to Robert, picks up his dribble in a bad spot there, kind of trapped in and gets rid of it. Powell down low. Jones thinks about it, off to Londway, drives baseline, inside to Robert, up and got a basket. Great ball movement finally by Notre Dame, pays off.
Londway's found a way all night to dribble baseline and find the cutter inside.
And here's Nichols, had to pick up his dribble. Sapavito for 3, doesn't go. Rebound there by Gabe Jones there. Londway now kicks it off. Adams for 3, no, doesn't go, and that's out of bounds, going to be Dexter basketball. That was for the tie right there for Adams, and he couldn't connect.
That's his first miss after making 4 in a row. He's 4 for 6 overall. Sapavito's miss a moment ago from 3. At this point, Bobby, he's just 1 of 5 from deep. He's better shooter than that, and you talk about with shooters all the time. If you're hitting 3-point shots and you're a good shooter, keep shooting. And if you're missing them, keep shooting. If you're a shooter, it's what you got to do.
And a Dexter Bearcat turnover there.
Allows Notre Dame's ball.
So Notre Dame, again, will get the basketball and a chance to tie this game.
Each team's now turned it over 7 times.
Inbounded, Robert has it off to Adams. Now Londway. Londway has created a lot of baskets for Notre Dame. Not necessarily scored them, but he creates them. Inside here, goes up with the left, and he does there, though. Down to a 1-point lead as Londway connects.
I think he could hear you. He said, Bobby, come on. I mean, I can score too,
Yeah,
but you
give
are
me
right.
credit.
He has, without a doubt, been a distributor.
Sapavito with it. He has to pick up his dribble. Good job of staying wide with the elbows, create space. Here's Nichols with it now. All the way across. Geatley for 3. No, doesn't go. Rebound. Turnbow back up, and he's fouled, and we'll go to the line for 2.
Second team foul, going to the line for the Bearcats, shooting 2, Devin Turnbow.
Looks like that foul will go again against Robert, so that's going to be his second now. Turnbow has been streaky at the line this season. At times he goes through stretches as they struggle, and then times he'll be really good, and he knocks down his first.
In the game for Notre Dame, number 45, Dylan Rubel.
Dylan Rubel checks into the game now for Notre Dame. Turnbow long on the second, 1 of 2 at the line, and away is Adams. Londway inside, knocked away there. Good hands by Dexter, and Nichols is away with it. He spins, a little jumper there at the left, and does not go. Abraham with a rebound. Geatley off Sapavito for 3, and got it. Lead back to 5 now for Dexter.
Again, he had gone 1 of 5. What do you do when you're open? Shoot it. He did. He hit it.
Yeah, shooter's going to shoot even if they're missing.
And you have to. I know it gets frustrating sometimes when you're watching players miss, but if you're a good shooter, you're going to go through bad stretches. You got to keep putting it up.
Here's Jones, dumps that down low to Robert, and that's going to be a foul against Geatley. That'll be his 3rd now.
Foul 4 against the Bearcats.
He's the 2nd player tonight with 3 personal fouls. The Bulldogs, Trenton Powell also has 3. Nobody with more than that.
And Geatley's 3-point numbers from Dexter, he's a guy that cannot hit the bench very long for them. He has been red hot out there. I think around, 4 of 6 maybe for the game. There's inside of Rubel all the way back out top. Jones has it knocked away. Sapavito now wants to go inside. Down near the rim, up, doesn't finish. Rebound by Jones.
Geatley 3 of 6, by the way, from deep.
Yes, there's Robert up in a basket on a foul. He will go to the line there and for a 3-point play.
Foul on the shot against the Bearcats. Their 17th foul, 3rd player foul.
So the foul, waiting to see who that's charged against. It's going to be a timeout, Dexter. We're going to take one as well back after this. Welcome back to Dexter here. Still trying to figure out who they called the foul on. I don't have that up here, but it will be a free throw coming nonetheless for Robert. His team trails by 3, and he can cut it to 2 here with a made free throw.
It's one of those games, if we had access to it, there's only so many stats we can bring you, but time with the lead, they talk a lot about that. You know, a team trails for 90% of the game, but they make a shot late that it's enough to win a game. Notre Dame's been in that spot. They've trailed most of the night, and yet they're right there, now down by 2.
Yeah, that they have. I do not believe if Notre Dame had a lead, it was like 3-2 or 4-2 early. They have trailed all game long, but right in the mix of it. Dexter inside to Abraham. He's doubled and knocked out of bounds, stays with Dexter underneath.
I will say this, go back to our pregame discussion. If this is indeed a preview for what may be a district championship down the road, what a district championship it will be.
Yeah, and inside to Turnbow. He turns, goes up with the right, doesn't go. Sapavito back up on a score. And that is a good rebound by Sapavito. Just stepped across the line and got the rebound and stuck it back in. And that's going to be a turnover as Robert steps out of bounds.
10th turnover for the Bulldogs tonight. That's their 3rd of the half. Dexter's got 7, 2 in the half.
Here's Sapavito now, kicks it down. Nichols thought about the 3, pulled it back. Sapavito, corner 3, got it! John Sapavito has found the scorebooks again as he is up to 15 in the contest. Pushes Dexter lead back out to 7 now. Here's Robert, goes inside, kicks it, and he is fouled on the floor.
Foul 4 against Dexter. 3rd team foul, 1st player foul.
That foul called against number 24. That is Sapavito, his 1st. Londway to inbound underneath. He surveys, looks, going to go out top to Rubel. Rubel kicks that off now, Adams. They will have to reset as Dexter's defense forces the ball out. There is Londway. He wants to go baseline and blocking foul against Turnbow.
Foul 4 against Dexter. 4th team foul. 3rd.
That is going to be Turnbow's 3rd, so that will bring back in Landon Anderson for him. Interesting number here. Cole Adams, red hot in the first half, has not scored in the 3rd. He still sits at 14.
And I think beyond that, when you look at that number, He's only taken one shot in the third.
Yeah, Rubel missed the three there, and Sapavado got the rebound and away with it. Fadeaway jumper doesn't go, but he is fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
Third team foul, first player foul. At the line for the Bearcats, shooting 2, John Sapavado.
That foul goes against number 31. That is Colin Farrow, the 5'9" sophomore for Notre Dame. Sapavado knocks down his first. Dexter up 8 now and looking to make it 9, and they don't. The rebound there to Adams. Adams, a guy they need to get back in the scorebooks if you're Notre Dame. Rubel, it's back up top to Adams here. Dexter really getting out and guarding the perimeter here in this quarter, Mike.
They're not giving him anything along that three-point line. Normally you'll see him sink a little bit. Teams will do that. Not this time, and they were able to force a turnover.
Yeah, good defense there. That's off of Notre Dame and Dexter basketball. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to check to see if it's a 30 or a full.
Their second charge timeout.
Looks like a 30-second. We'll keep it here. Mike, anything sticking out to you here in this quarter in the numbers?
Mainly, it's not so much numbers. It's the way the game was played. Once Notre Dame got it to 2 at 40-38, ever since then, Dexter's defense has looked better. They've taken away that shot from the perimeter. They've taken away passing lanes. There's not been anything there, and they've been able to convert. And almost on cue, Sapavado was struggling. We talked even about only 1 of 5 from 3. What is he supposed to do? Keep shooting. He knocked down his next 2 from 3 and also got a bucket on a rebound putback. All of a sudden, he's having a big night. Scorers do that. They find ways. So I'm more thinking about what's happened since it was 40-38, because it looked like the Bulldogs were right on the edge of being able to maybe take a lead in this and see where they could go with it. And since then, they've been outscored 6-0, and it's been defense on one end of the floor for the Bearcats and then offensive execution on the other. I think that stretch is what's standing out to me right now.
Yeah, and that's going to be a foul out top. I think that's going to go against Rubel. Nope, does not. They call that against number 3, Cole Adams. And I think if Notre Dame's going to have to shoot their way back into it, and Cole Adams such a big part. We talked about he hadn't scored yet in the third. They've got to find him opportunities to shoot. He's the only player in double figures right now for the Bulldogs. Nichols off to Stone, back up top. There's a 3. Nichols doesn't go. Rebound by Adams. Outlet there to Powell. Powell off to Robert now. Notre Dame runs the offense, and they need to find baskets here in the third. Londaway kicks that out to Powell, again to Adams. Well, Adams just wasn't set the way he likes it. Londaway a fire 3 and knocks it down. Londaway up to 9 in the contest now. I think Adams likes to be set a little bit more in his shot. He's catching that ball under pressure, and there's Nichols. He just travels. Mike, he gave up spacing on the floor. He picked up the ball instead of pivoting forward and keeping space. When he took a step back, the defense closed out.
Now, the Dexter faithful, as you can imagine, are going to want to argue for a bump, but he was not. I got his all the way you did. He put himself in a really bad situation. Ended up being called for the travel in the 8th Dexter turnover.
Here is Notre Dame with it, and a chance to close this game even further. It's down to 5. They would need to close it a little more here. Londaway inside the paint, and he is going to be fouled. We will see who they get. That is going to go against Nichols. That is his first. That's the 5th team foul, so that will send Londaway to the free throw line. And Mike, what's he shoot for the year? Do you have those numbers?
Londaway at the line this season is a 58% free throw shooter.
And off on that one.
Into the game for the Bearcats, number 43, Will Geatley.
So Geatley back into the game, the sharpshooter from 3. Checks in for Sapavado. 1:49 left in the third. Londaway for his second. And rims out, no good, and Anderson with the rebound. Boy, that's 2 big misses right there. Loose as Nichols gets it back. He drives inside, little floater, doesn't go. Turnbow right there to put it back in. Dexter stretches it back out to 7. Lined away inside to Robert. Robert goes to the rim, up and doesn't go. Rebound by Anderson. Anderson having a good night on the boards. Dexter a chance here to push this out to possibly 9 or 10. Down low to Turnbow. Turnbow up with the right, doesn't go, and a rebound there by Rubel. Adams now pushes it over the line away. Clock down to a minute to go in the third. Notre Dame looking for another score. Robert inside the paint, and he is going to be fouled. I think they would like to have that one back because Adams was open for 3 out there.
Foul on the floor against the Bearcats, their 6th team foul.
That goes against Carter Stone, his first, team 6 as Robert toes the line.
This quarter, the first one of the 3 quarters where we've gotten into team fouls at 5 or more and getting to the line, but not converting and taking advantage have been the Bulldogs. They've missed 3 straight.
Yeah, now 3 of 8 in the game from the free throw line.
Yeah, Robert shoots it at 78% this year. That's a solid free throw percentage, but missed that when he's 1 of 2.
And knocks that down, so closes it by 1. Lead is down to 6 now. Here's Nichols, works it up against Notre Dame. Stone with it now. Back out, and that's tipped out of bounds, stays with Dexter. I'm going to think Dexter's going to be a little patient in this offensive possession. They're going to take an easy basket if they got it, but they don't mind taking time off this clock here, I'd say.
Nope, not at all. The history, and Greg Allen have worked so much together, you and I getting used to work together, but high school teams have a hard time running down clock and getting good shots at the end of quarters. It's very difficult. 40 seconds is a lot of time to ask. I'm with you. I think they take a good shot if they get one. If they happen to bleed the clock all the way down, so be it.
There's a corner 3, Sapavito off. Abraham tries to put it back, wouldn't go, and Lonaway away. Kicks it outside, and here's a baseline drive. Off to Robert. 3 from Adams. No, doesn't go. Robert had it and lost it. Sapavito away now. 15 seconds. Down to Turnbow, up off the glass, doesn't go. A little wild here. Abraham back up, and a basket. Dexter sped that whole last 2 possessions up faster than needed to go. They walk away with the points. There's a 3 from Rubel, does not go, and that is the end of the third quarter. It's Dexter 50, Notre Dame 42.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
Welcome back. Mike, I'm looking through numbers in this still. A lot of even stats when I look at it. Dexter 4 more made field goals in the game, but 2s they lead by 3s, 3s they lead by 1. Free throw shooting is close. Rebounds are close. Tight game, but Dexter leads by 8 right here. Notre Dame's got to figure it out in the 4th.
Well, and the Bulldogs, I think, missed a golden opportunity down by 2. I thought they were in a good spot to maybe take the lead, didn't do it, and now they find themselves with a mountain to climb. Not a huge mountain, but 8 points in 8 minutes is what they're looking at.
Yeah, their largest trail was by 8, but they never have been able to completely close the gap tonight. Here's Lonaway for 3. It's going to be off, and there's a nice rebound there by number 11, Cole Gross. So good offensive board for Notre Dame, and here's Londaway with it again. There is Gross with a three and makes it. His first made basket of the game is a big three, cuts the lead to 5.
Well, I don't think he called glass, but it doesn't matter if you're not playing horse. I guess they count.
They will take all of them they can get at this point. Nichols down low to Abraham. Up to the rim, doesn't go. Rebound there by Robert. And that's going to be a foul on Sapapito. Easy one to call. That'll be his second, I believe.
Shooting numbers from that third quarter. Dexter just 5 of 17 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3 and 2 of 4 at the line. The Bulldogs took only 7 shots. We're getting back to that differential again. 7 shots compared to 17. They made 4 of their 7, 1 of 5 from deep and 2 of 5 at the free throw line. But again, you're getting into rebound numbers, and the Bearcats have done a real good job on the glass.
Here's Adams outside. Kicks that off to Powell, and they'll rotate the basketball. Robert here's Londaway. He wants that open three if he can find it out there. To Adams couldn't. Ball is loose and Londaway with it. All the way to the corner. Adams has it. They move it back around. Londaway a corner three. Doesn't go. Misses it all. And Nichols away with the rebound. Ahead to Geatley. Geatley to the rim. Up, and he is going to be fouled on the floor and will go to the line for 2.
The Londaway three a moment ago had the look of a player who sometimes is a bit fatigued and you lose the legs. He goes to take that shot, and he's knocked that shot in tonight. Made one earlier, and that one, you could just tell when it was released, that wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, he has been very active on the floor. The foul goes against Robert, his third. And sending the wrong guy to the line, that's Will Geatley. He is a very, very smooth shooter and just about automatic. His next up and good. Lead back to 7 now for Dexter. Out top, and they'll move the offense here. That ball went away from Adams as he cleared to the corner here. Here's Powell. Let's see if he'll try to get it there. Does not. Picks up his dribble everywhere there. And now even looking inside, there's no gaps in that defense of Dexter. They're so long and move well. And that's a turnover there. Turnbull with it, loose on the floor. And he turns it right back over.
Turnovers number 12 and 9, 12 for the Bulldogs there. But watch it, we've got a great vantage point where we sit. We are not privy to the angle that the audience has, which is from the side of the floor most of the night. We get the in-court view, and you can really see what the Dexter defense is doing, sitting at the end and watching the way that they're closing down passing lanes.
That they are. There is a timeout on the floor. It's a full. We're going to take one as well. Back in a few. Welcome back to Dexter, and Mike, Dexter's pushed out to the 7-point lead. Defensively playing well right now.
I will say this. This is the fan in me. Like, of all the teams I ever watch and cover, and I've been a fan of different sports teams since I was a little kid, and I'm not a little kid anymore. However, I've always been nervous when my team is ahead all night long, but not by enough that I can get comfortable. And Dexter has done that all night. They've been ahead, but never by enough that you went, they're home free. Right now, back to 7 is the lead. Time's dwindling.
And another steal there by Sapapito, takes it down, and he just gets tied up by Robert and takes it away from him. So one turnover deserves another. Robert inside, and he's going to be fouled. That goes against Nichols, I believe his second of the night. And Dexter has played this way all night. They push that lead out to 7, 8, maybe 9, and it closes right back down. You push it out and close it down. They need to try to hold on to a lead right here.
And all that really matters is what the scoreboard reads at the end, but they've had chances to open it up.
And they're going to call another push foul there on Abraham.
Another foul on the floor against the Bearcats, their third team foul.
So that is number 4 on Elijah Abraham now. That must have been the missing foul I had earlier. He is out, and that is Anderson in, Stone now in for Geatley. So Coach Allen goes for defense here.
Abraham, the first player with 4 in the game. Nobody else has that many.
Here's the corner. There's a pull-up jumper by Adams. Miss, doesn't go. Loose on the floor. Sapavito the rebound. And we're going to have a foul against Londaway.
Foul on the floor against Notre Dame. Their second team foul, first player.
And right back to what I said earlier, Dexter has to win this game defensively. I thought Coach Allen just showed his hand there. He said, hey, we're ahead by 7. I need my defense to take over the game, move into the lineup he's got here. Here's Sapavito with it. He's going to push up floor here. Kicks it down, and there's a turnover there. He felt the pressure come and just try to push it up the floor a little bit, and Notre Dame away with it, and a steal there, knocked away by Stone. Sapavito loses it to Turnbow. Nichols for 3. No, rebound goes to Trenton Powell. Off and running, up, and a basket is good. 52-47 now. Sapavito will work this up and off to Turnbow. Turnbow loses it there and doesn't even go after it. Here comes Robert down the floor, up near the rim, and he is going to be fouled and going to the line with an excellent free throw shooter coming to the line here.
Dexter, 12 turnovers, 7 though in this half. Had just 5 at the half. Notre Dame's turnover number at 14. They've also had 7 in this half.
Yeah, that was number 3 on Nichols. Dexter just looks flat, maybe a little lackadaisical, less effort here on these last couple of possessions, just very loose with the basketball, unneeded things with the basketball, and it's put them in a hole here.
Well, the lack of solid free throw shooting by the Bulldogs put them in a spot where they could be a lot better off than they are as they miss another there with Robert.
Yeah, we've got a timeout, but Dexter, we're going to step aside as well. Back in a few.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
67.
Yes, Mike, you and I just talking about free throw shooting off the air here of Notre Dame. They trail by 5. They just missed another. They're 4 of 10 for the game. And just looking down through some of the players that usually play, and boy, that is the difference right now, maybe in a lead and being behind.
They're an effective free throw shooting team. They're not an elite level team, but they're not a 4 of 10. And you brought up a good point as we were talking off air just a little bit. You don't ever come in and say, I expect you to make them all. Okay, it's not like you expect it to be 10 of 10, but let's just say the 70% number, which is reasonable. 7 of 10, and you got a different looking ball game right now. Now, I know the Bearcats are going to say, well, we missed some free throws too, but when the team's trailing there, I think they're magnified a little more than when a team is on top.
And Dexter's 5 of 8 now. Notre Dame 5 of 11. My number on high school basketball, you need to be 70% from the free throw line. What a play by Stone. Able to haul that down and jump stop. Great body control. I think you need to be, if you want to win championships and move on, I think you got to be 70% from the line. And right now, it's just a struggle to get there. And there's another turnover by Dexter and away with it. And here's Adams. Free throw jumper, misses. Rebound by Nichols. Nichols up and just throws it away. Another turnover by Dexter. I thought defense was going to have to win this for Dexter, but I'm wrong. The offense has to stop turning over. They've got to take care of the basketball, but maybe I'm right. The defense is going to have to tighten down and get stops.
9th Bearcat turnover of the half. They're even for the game, 14 and 14, but they only had 5 at the break. A lot more difficulty trying to take care of the basketball here in the second half.
There's inside, knocked away there, regained by Rupel, and that's going to be a jump ball. Good job by Sapavito to tie that up. That is going to be Dexter basketball on the alternate possession.
We talked earlier about how clean the game looked, especially in the first half. Very watchable, very few fouls, very few turnovers.
Look at this. So Dexter's not been taking care of the ball very well. Look at where all the Notre Dame players are at. They were on the other side of the half court.
they're willing to press and try to gain an advantage with some turnovers.
Yeah, they are definitely trying to turn up the pressure on Dexter. And we've got a foul out top. That's going to be on Londway. Third team foul, second personal on him. Stone to inbound. Looks like a setup of maybe through here. Nope. Sapavado gets that. I think that's a matchup they want. Sapavado against Londway, and then they switch. Stone, open three, got it! What did I say earlier about Carter Stone? He doesn't shoot much, but when he does, he's usually open. He buries a three.
And a big one inside 4 minutes. Huge shot.
Robert for three, doesn't go. Rebound by Sapavado. I will have another point here as this backs up. Yep. Remember, Stone comes in. He's coming in fresh. Another three, doesn't go there. Rebound by Sapavado. And he gets the basket and one. I will finish up my thoughts on Stone there. He comes in fresh, on good legs, knocks down an open three, and he just took another open three and just barely missed that one on backside.
Sapavado rebound number 9. He has 18 points and a free throw coming here.
That's a free throw off there, so doesn't go. The foul one against Londway, his third. That lead now, Dexter ties the largest of the game at 9. And we've got another timeout by Notre Dame. We're going to step aside one more time. Back in a few.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you. At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here, Mike, I've got a second. You're a new voice with a lot of the folks on there here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, while we got a minute.
Coming down here from Farmington, worked many years at KFMO Radio in Park Hills, 30 years plus working there. My partner for most of that time was Greg Allen, who you guys have heard a few times. In addition to the high school work, I'm a freelance reporter, spend a lot of time driving up to St. Louis to do freelance reporting for the Cardinals in baseball, the Blues in hockey. We go out to Columbia, Mizzou basketball, football, St. Louis University basketball. Busy, busy, busy for the last 30 years, to say the least.
And no doubt we are happy and proud you're on board here with us at Aycorp Sports. Look forward to seeing a lot more from you here in the future.
That's been a great relationship here with the time that we've had to do this, starting with the Southeast Missourian tournament, those first 2 days in Cape Girardeau, and just kind of continuing it on from there. And as well, looking forward to what hopefully can be a long-term relationship.
And your usual broadcast partner, Greg Allen, at home under the weather. Big
Under the
hello
weather.
to him, and hopefully he can get back in action with Aycorp as well.
I look forward to him doing exactly that, and he would tell you the same, except he can't talk right now. That's the under the weather that he's dealing with. Some issues with the throat, and that's a bad thing to have when you're an announcer. That's just, of all the illnesses you can have, that might be the worst.
And here is Notre Dame back with it, clock under 3 minutes. Rotating again up top, and they need to find baskets. Londway goes to the rim, up, doesn't go. Rebound Sapavado. He has had a big night on the boards. Ahead to Landon Anderson, all the way over to Geatley for three. Doesn't go, back rim, rebound by Sapavado. Wisely pulls that out and resets. He'll move clock here.
Double-double for Sapavado. He now has 11 rebounds to go with his 18 points.
Stone inside, Sapavado dumps it. Another nice pass by Dexter on score. Sapavado to Anderson, a turbo finishes it off. Dexter now up 11. Folks, after this one goes finals, we're going to take a short break. Then we'll be back. We're going to get you caught up on area scores and districts, and then total the tallies up as well here. Robert for three, misses there, and that is off Notre Dame, Dexter basketball.
Out of bounds.
But to the credit of the Bearcats, they fought all night trying to maintain a lead, trying to build a lead, and watching Notre Dame come at them, getting as close as 2 on a couple of occasions. But now at the 2-minute mark, as we approach that, they have their biggest lead of the night at 11.
Here's Pablo under all kinds of pressure, off to Stone, now to Anneser. Dexter now just trying to get out the last 2 minutes of this basketball game. So Pablo walks it around up top. Down underneath to Turnbow. That's knocked away, stays with Dexter. Folks, while I've got a minute, we've tell you our crew for tonight's game. On camera is Cole Steinbrenner, Dylan Stevens, Brad Halford. Switcher is Brad Ruppel. Graphics, Tyler Lassiter. Stats, Matthew Williams. And camera work by Charles C. Thurman on the video, or the photographs. Out of bounds on Dexter, so that is a turnover going Notre Dame's way.
Each team now with 15 giveaways. You've reached the point now, you're Notre Dame, minute and a half, 11 points down. You have to score to have any chance, and the chance you have is slim, but you've got to score to have some opportunity, and you've got to show a sense of urgency to do it.
Yeah, you've got to do it quick here. There's a 3 off by Lonaway there, doesn't go. Rebound by Robert, I believe he does. All the way over to Lonaway. Lonaway drives near the rim, and it's just going to be a walk.
That possession, the end of that possession with no points, I mean, that should put this one in the books. If you're Dexter, just do the basic things you do in basketball, right? Take care of it, make a couple of free throws. You should be pretty much home free, and likely #1 seed in the upcoming district if you hold on to this thing.
Yeah, if you're wondering when that district is seeded, that is tomorrow. This district gets seeded, so that'll all be out, I think, somewhere around 11 a.m. Maybe that should be public, but we'll have to stay online. I'm sure somebody's going to have it on Facebook as soon as it becomes public. But you got to think Dexter's probably going to be your #1 seed now. Notre Dame has a real case. I think they'll probably fight there, probably your #2 seed, then Fredericktown as well, and we'll see how the rest of that plays out. I believe Districts is hosted here at Dexter, so that starts next week as well.
I think realistically, and I know you can't always record compare. I understand that the schedules are different for each team sometimes, but when you look at the field and you kind of look at what's going on, Donovan's 14-11, but I think they'd have a hard case to try to put themselves over Notre Dame. Then you've got Fredericktown's 13-11. They don't have the big wins that you usually need to get there. Kennett's 7-17. They're playing tonight at Cape Central. Perryville's 9-15. None of those can claim any legit right to be #2. I think your 1 and 2 seeds are playing in front of us right now.
Yeah, I believe that's correct, as another foul happens there.
I have no vote during that seed meeting, but that's where I would view it as of now.
And I think that's right. And, you know, when I look at Dexter this season, when you look at their resume, every loss on that resume says, boy, that's a good team. That's a good team. Charleston was the first game of the season. They lost that one. I have to look at that one with an asterisk because they just got off the football field. 2 of their starters didn't really have a whole lot of practice time in. So I do consider that a little bit of an outlier. But everything else, when I look, you've got Sykeston twice. They challenged Sykeston twice. You've got Puxico twice, who is a very good team. Should make a state run. But we'll see what happens in the Canes. But lost to them twice. And then you've got Van Buren. They lost that one by, 1 or 2 points there. Close game. Woodland, a game they should have won, lost that one. Jackson, a game they should have won, lost that one. So everything they've done there, Dexter looks, when they're looking at their losses, they're not against teams just like, man, they just, how did that happen? I think you can make a reason to say competitive losses everywhere.
And coaches will tell you coming into a season, don't suffer many, if any, what you call bad losses. If you lose to competitive teams and lose competing against them. And they've done that.
And I think that's the bigger deal on Dexter was, can they close out games? Well, tonight they're going to close out this one. They struggled a little bit. Was it going to do it? There's a 3 up and down by Cole Adams there. I think they'll close that out. That they've got a 10-point lead here in the closing minutes, or seconds rather, of this game. And there is the foul there with 15.1 seconds left. So Dexter will move to a 17-win season at 17-9.
But what I'd like about what they did tonight is that they spent the entire game, as we talked about, up by 2, up by 6, up by 8, down to 5, now down to 2, now back up to 8 now. But they never relinquished a lead, and when it came time to get it done in the fourth, without a doubt, they got it done.
And that's what you want to see, a night like this, close out a win. You know, the thing you've struggled with all year long, when you do that, hey, confidence grows as you go into districts, and you just put away a team tonight who's probably the number 2 seed in the district. So a great feeling as they get that thing ready to go next week. Another corner 3 by Adams, and he knocks that down. Adams will not go away, but the clock is about to. Dexter looks to take this one, and they will. It's a final. Dexter 63, Notre Dame 54, as the Bearcats now clinch the district and strongly look as the number 1 seed. Again, we'll wait till that comes out tomorrow. Folks, we're going to take about a 30-second break, come back. I'm going to try to get finals around the area going on in district play right now. Mike's going to come back with the stats to close this one out. We will be back here in a few on Aycorp Sports.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We're your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
Welcome back here to Dexter as the Bearcats takes this one 63-54 over Notre Dame. And area basketball scores will look like this. In Class 1, District 2, Bell City wins 67-24. Also, I believe Leopold was over Marquand. I will see if I have that score on here later on in that same class and district. Also in, Class 2, District 2 is Alton over Greenville, 73-59. Greenville would put up a fight in that district this year, and played well at the end of the season, but their season comes to a close tonight. Also, South Iron in Class 2, District 2, they win 73-48 over Ellington. It is East Carter 70, Winona 41. And over in Class 2, District 3, Advance so far the upset of the night. They pull out a big win over Chaffee, 62-48. It was Bernie over Bloomfield, 72-44. Charleston over Oran. Score I have is 75-44 here. Charleston is an interesting team as they have really turned it on late in this season. Their shooting has come around. They've been red hot, putting up big points. Their defense has also been uptight, creating turnovers, in-your-face kind of defense. They are a dangerous, dangerous team as they will match up against Bernie. I'll run down that schedule here in just a few as what we'll be covering. Class 3, District 1, Twin Rivers 59, East Prairie 56. So East Prairie drops the second in a row to Twin Rivers after a heartbreaking loss the other night as their season ends. Crothersville 83, Kelly 40. And in Class 3, District 2, it is West County 64, Saxony Lutheran 49. Arcadia Valley 75, Clearwater 48 in that one. As Mike, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you go through stats in this one.
Dexter finishes this one with a victory, 63-54 from the field, 43% on 23 of 54. Notre Dame, 48%, 20 of 42. Three-point shooting, 38% for the night for the Bearcats, 8 of 21. Bulldogs went 9 of 22 for 41%. Your free throw shooting numbers, Dexter 9 of 13, 69%. We talked about the Bulldog struggles, 5 of 11, 45%. A rebound advantage to the Bearcats, 30-22. Bulldogs gave it away 16 times, the Bearcats 15. Scoring off the bench dead even at 5 apiece. Leaders on the glass, John Sapovalov had 11 rebounds to lead the way for Dexter. After that, 7 rebounds from Elijah Ibrahim. and they got 4 boards from Devin Turnbow. Cape Notre Dame, they were led by 6 rebounds from Cole Adams. They had 5 from Colton Londaway, as the Bearcats win this one 63-54, and in all likelihood, we'll know tomorrow officially, have wrapped up a number 1 seed for the upcoming district.
Okay, so folks, here's the way it goes for Class 4, 5, and 6. They start districts next week. Done for this week. That's over with. Seedings are now happening. They'll move on, and they will play starting next week for their districts. For the smaller schools, 1, 2, 3, that's going on now. First round was tonight. Where will Aycorp be the rest of this week? Well, we will be from Bloomfield and from Gideon. Bloomfield, we will be there at Thursday night. We have the Puxico Advance game. That game starts at 5:30. And also, we will be carrying the Bernie versus Charleston game. That game is scheduled to start at 6:45. You will have to go to Misha TV. You will have to go to the Misha TV app. Pick the broadcast you want. Look under there. It's going to show you Puxico versus Advance. Underneath that, it says Aycorp Sports. Click on that one. Watch the game. You're going to have to pay the $10. No way around that. Also, then, upon covering that on Thursday night, Saturday, we will cover the championship game from Bloomfield between Puxico Advance and Bernie and Charleston, the winners of those games. That's Saturday at 12 noon. Then we will hop down and cover the Class 1 district at Gideon, and that is scheduled for Saturday at 6:30. So 2 big games going on there. We will wait and see who comes out of that one. A lot of basketball to be played down there. So all kinds of basketball to be found. You can go to Misha TV, find all the district games there, who's covering those, click on the game you want to see. Regardless, folks, it's going to be $10 any way you cut it.
And on all that going on in the girls' championship on that Friday also from Bloomfield, I mean, just lots going on. Flip, go to the site and go to Misha TV. You're probably going to find a basketball game. And, guys, before anybody yells at you or me or anybody else with it, I think we've noted it plenty of times. It's a Misha controlled rule from that point forward. We didn't decide to all of a sudden put a paywall up there for the games. Misha says that's what you got to do. And, hey, let's look at it this way. If you can't make it to a game, it's not a bad value to sit and watch your home team play. If you just can't make it, $10, just, invite some friends over.
Yeah, personally, what I do is going to be like 70 degrees Saturday. Fire up the grill, and
have a little fun with it.
Have fun.
And Aycorp will be there to keep you abreast of what's going on through the rest of district and then into state play.
Folks, we here at Aycorp for the season for football, now into the basketball season was going to playoffs. We can't thank you enough for all your support and what you've done to help us along this season and tuning in. For myself, Bobby Alford, for Mike Reeves, my partner here, saying good night and God bless from Dexter, Missouri.